streaming, why they need sports
They look at Mayweather
online,
McGregor. They look at Triple. No, and I'm going to be fair. It started with Triple G Canelo. If you remember, while I was in Vegas, I said Oscar was ahead of the curve, and I was watching it literally on my phone on the way to the restaurant.
That's true, but yes, but there was
it started. They got it right with Mayweather McGregor. So we can all make an argument about it. I think it started Triple G Canelo, which was a trendsetter. In fact, he was so unsure that he hired outside guys to do the commentary, so it had no association with HBO, because he wasn't sure of how it was going to play out. Mayweather McGregor, they knew what they were going to do from day one. They were going to put it out as loud and as bold as just fly it out there, out the front door, and sell it like it's hotcakes.
Athletes can thank Floyd for all of them getting raises.
$1 billion.
I know. I'm
for
actually going to say
a sparring match.
I'm actually going to say that was the event of the year. I'm sorry.
I don't even know if there's a debate. You got Horn versus Pacquiao, which was mind-blowing in its upset proportions.
3 million watched on TV.
Don't get me wrong. And Joshua Klitschko had great numbers as well.
Right.
But Mayweather McGregor is
two networks showed it. That was awesome.
And nobody's going to like this one either. Mayweather McGregor is the greatest event in boxing history currently. No, it just is. I mean, I'm not trying to be a dick about it, and I'm not saying it's fight of the year. I'm not saying that it was the card of the year. I'm not even saying it's promotion of the year. I thought across the board it was rather dull night to get to the main event. The only one happier than Mayweather is probably Gervonta Davis, who actually got 1 million eyes on him for one evening.
I believe 10 years, 15 years from now, when we're still doing this show, Lee,
we'll be going Mayweather McGregor and $1 billion, unless he does it again.
We're going to say that this era brought back this sport. I'm dead because of the money and the athletes. The Anthony Joshua is not your butterbean. You understand? If this kid is legit, there's going to be kids that are going to look up to him for the next 10 years.
Let's talk about this real quickly from the Mayweather McGregor thing. Your stance has been boxing is always the king. This fight proves that boxing is the king. It's so much so that even Dana's like, yeah, I'm going to promote boxing again.
Wasn't there like 250 countries showing it?
There's only like
258 countries on the map on the globe.
It was literally that crazy.
Yeah, it was. I remember they announced it. It was insane how many people were getting to watch this.
And we watched the Mayweather playbook play out, right? McGregor spars. They start this little soap opera with, it's like the Mayweather WWE playbook, and he did it to us again with a sparring match.
No, he's awesome. He's awesome.
He's the greatest, and I'll say this, because we're going to get into, let's do Promoter of the Year. The Promoter of the Year is Mayweather. Period. Okay?
For himself, yes.
Okay? Floyd Mayweather Jr., because he made $1 billion. Like, we can all have a discussion, but he understands pro wrestling. He understands that you don't need a great fight. You just need a big event. Okay? Does Eddie Hearns deserve it? He's got Anthony Joshua. Does Bob Arum deserve it to be back on ESPN? Absolutely. Does Oscar deserve it because he got Triple G Canelo together? Of course he does. Tom Loeffler from K2. He puts on really solid. Don't get me wrong about KT.
He got
Triple G. He's got ping pong ring rust.
He was a part of Klitschko Joshua. You know what I mean? There was K2 had
absolutely.
To be part of.
And you talk about look, as much as I shit on Al Heyman, PBC cranks out a ton of content. Fucking metric shit ton of. The reason you guys have boxing so much and we've got a hangover is because the PBC just shits out a ton of boxing, right? But at the end of the day, who made $1 billion? One man. And he did it in a fucking sparring match.
It sounds good when you do say it like that.
Wait, you want me to go further than that? His previous match, he had to be illiterate. He tried to prove to the fucking world, Floyd Mayweather tried to prove to the fucking world that he couldn't read. Are you fucking shitting me? Then he turns around in a glorified sparring match, okay? He's not up on his toes. He's not dancing. He doesn't even roll his goddamn head. He stood in front of him. Okay? Go back and watch it. I have now.
It's sparring.
It's ridiculous.
Sparring,
it's a sparring match.
Yes.
Okay? So it's not even a professional fighter in the ring with him. Floyd gets his best friend to go and spar.
And that's exactly right. Well, his best, because I was going to say, you know what, Lee?
Fuck.
That wasn't even a war.
What? Talk about
match.
pulling an try to.
You know,
he needed to sell the fight. He needed to sell the drama. So what's he do? He makes a phone call to his buddy.
Yeah.
Hey, go spar with the kid. Let him push you around a little bit.
You take it easy on him.
Take it easy on him.
You know that dude's gonna quit. You fucking throw a combo.
Right?
Hey, the perfect setup on a friend. A friend wants to fight you. Yeah, few rounds. You're jabbing. You're throwing a few hard punches. As soon as you see him start getting tired, you know he's gonna be all. You know what? I don't really want to do this anymore. Light his ass up. You got to make him feel it one time, Lee. That's exactly right.
Then he takes that best friend and shoots a fucking video with him, where he goes. Yeah, I sent him over there to go spar with him.
He's got an oil painting on his new house, Lee. $25 million mansion in L.A. A beautiful McGregor oil painting on the wall. Come on now.
He's the greatest promoter this year. I'm wrong. It's not Eddie Hearn. It's not Bob Arum.
It's Floyd.
I'm wrong. It's Floyd Mayweather. He made $1 billion. Hands down.
And he's got a whole nother sport interested in ours now. Even Cyborg this
week
said
he's making Dana White become a boxing
promoter in
again.
2018. That's right.
And he's talking to Floyd about his next event. Are you fucking shitting me?
You only get this at Fight Net Radio, Lee. I'm telling you. Who in the hell else made the argument?
$1 billion goddamn dollars. Hey, $1 billion.
Just title it that.
All right, last topic for this year. Two topics, actually. Let's talk about, quickly, Trainer of the Year. Who do you like? We've got Derek James, who has Errol Spence and Jermell Charlo. Anatoly Lomachenko, Vasyl Lomachenko's dad. Brian McTire, who has Terence Bud Crawford. Andre Rozier, who's got Jacobs and Saddam Ali. Or Abel Sanchez, who's got Triple G.
I'm going to go with Lomachenko. With
I do too. You know what? I'll say this about Lomachenko. He really looks mature.
Yeah.
Anatoly has calmed Vasily down and changed his style dramatically over these last 3 fights.
His game plans, whatever they're doing in training, Lee, is so good. These guys aren't even, they sit on their stool and they say, no more, no mas. I'm done.
That's strong.
Yeah.
All right, I'm with you. Anatoly can have it. Upset of the year. Horn versus Pacquiao, which was a unanimous decision over 12. Bellew versus Hay. Whew. TKO in the 11th. The guy who ended Roman Gonzalez. He actually wrote that. Ping Pong Ring Rat versus Roman Gonzalez as upset of the year. Ali versus Kodos. Saddam Ali. That's huge. Yeah. And Caleb Trax, James DeGaulle. Which fight did you think was the biggest upset? I think it's Saddam Ali and Miguel Cotto. Everybody could talk a great game about Saddam Ali being this great guy. He pulled a huge.
He beats him.
Wait, let me say it again.
Final fight in New York,
nobody wanted to fight Cotto in his final fight. Nobody. Cotto's come on record and said, I asked everybody in the top 10. And we got Saddam Ali. Ali pulls the fight out of his ass and gets a unanimous decision.
And all these fights have their arguments. You know, what Horn did to Pacquiao in his home country, that was huge too, Lee.
Honestly, if you have that fight again, and this is the smart move on Bob Arum's part, Pacquiao obviously didn't train or put any effort into that fight whatsoever. I'm just telling you. I don't think Horn can beat Jesse Vargas.
Hay got injured during the fight, so that one kind of takes away the victory from Bellew.
And that's why there's no rematch. Bob was smart enough to go, wait a minute, Horn's a star. Let me step over the bar. Because Pacquiao can fight anybody. It doesn't matter. Pacquiao's an attraction.
50,000 fans came to watch that fight.
Bob Arum is a genius. He put Horn under contract so fast. 5 fights. 5 fights.
Yep. And just like when he took the kid out there to fight in Australia versus Parker.
Yeah.
He signs fucking Parker during fight week.
Get a contract out. Get a contract.
Hey, Andy Ruiz had to be like, hey, did you guys see on Boxing Scene? Why did our promoters sign the other guy? The fight hasn't even happened. He's signing the other fighter. Oh, that's
Don
dirty.
King. Don
right
King
over.
was so ahead of his time when he started to sign the other side of these fights.
Don King, for those that you don't know, Don King used to have the flag in his pocket just in case the other guy won. He'd be like, I love this country too. I love this country too.
Yeah, I'm getting paid either way.
That's right. You know, Lee, he had to have looked for those little flags.
That's why I like here, and this is why I like Eddie Hearn. Okay, Eddie Hearn is a legit ride or die guy. If you watch Eddie Hearn during the fight, he always sings ring center. He's watching his fighter, like his fighter, like it's all on his fighter. He doesn't have both sides of the deal. Eddie Hearn.
Hey, you see what he did this weekend? Or?
Like straight up ride or die.
He suspended one of his guys, O'Hara Davis. I guess they were doing some tweet. This is a UK thing. There was a Hillsborough massacre. Do you remember anything? The soccer game where people were crushed?
No, but I
guess it was like in 1989 or something, Lee. Excuse me if I got the wrong date, but there was a big disaster. Well, one of Eddie Hearn's fighters started tweeting about it, acting just really bad tweets, right? Not a good guy, like our president would say. Not a good guy, bad guy. And Eddie Hearn fucking suspended him right on social media. Yeah, came out and announced it, said he won't. He's got to have a meeting with him, the promoters. The kid's in a lot of trouble. But Eddie Hearn, did it right on social media. Did not play around.
Okay, so what's your upset of the year?
Upset of the year.
If you say guy who ended Roman Gonzalez, that's really funny.
No, I'm going to go with Cotto, Ali Cotto, because like you said, we all had...
Out of his ass. Like it wasn't even worth watching.
7-1 underdog.
As you were playing it back to me, I'm like, this doesn't sound right. I'm going to have to turn this off.
was knocked out by Jesse Vargas, right?
Yes.
So everyone's like, okay, well, he's going to get knocked out by Cotto. We don't even have to
Jesse
watch
Vargas, who can't punch his way out of a bag, Jesse Vargas.
Lee, the fight is so big, he's carried out. That's the greatest thing about this. He's carried out of the Madison Square Garden by his family. They carried him on the shoulders. The kid started there. It's just a great story. No, upset of the year is because it's very hard to get a decision in Cotto's when he's fighting in New York and the judges knew it was his last fight. Do you know how hard that is to get that decision? Not even a draw. They're like, damn, Cotto, I can't help you at all. You just lost. You lost tonight. That's a huge win for Ali. That's an upset.
So what's your takeaway from this year?
Boxing's back because of what you said, Lee.
Floyd,
Listen, I would
motherfucking. I'll say it again. Floyd, motherfucking
Lee,
Mayweather.
You can spread the love. Eddie Hearn's got Anthony
Eddie Hearn
Joshua.
did great.
Bob Arum's got
ESPN.
Oscar De La Hoya, K2 Promotions has the biggest rivalry. You guys, they're probably going to make 2 more paychecks off of Canelo versus Triple G, and we're all going to watch it.
Yeah, it's not going to be as fucked up as when Floyd fights somebody again, and we all watch the car crash.
Al Heyman, we are hoping, is running out of
I don't know. He's just going to keep cranking shit out.
Listen, Ortiz is fighting Deontay again. They have signed. Okay, now if Ortiz fucks up and forgets to put his heart medication on the contract again, well, that's not Wilder's issue. Wilder has signed to fight one of the top 3 heavyweights in the world again. I know, Lee, there's a lot of controversy, but Wilder has done this 3 times. Let's hope that this one goes through. Povetkin ruined it. Ortiz ruined it, and now Ortiz is getting another shot. Let's hope this one goes through. You got the what did they just announce? Lara is going to fight Hurd. That is a great unification match at the junior middleweight division. You have Spence and Thurman look to be headed towards a clash in 2018. That's another great one. You got Jesse Vargas fighting Thurman. That one looks to already be signed. That's a great fight for Thurman coming off of the injury. Jesse Vargas is a top welterweight. I have no problem with it, especially if you're telling me that Spence, if he beats Lamont Peterson, is the backup guy, your fall guy in the later in the year 2018. That's a great fight. So yeah, Lee, what I take away from this is no, a lot of these promoters,